Hey guys, it has been so long since I've put up a video. I think it's been like my Christmas video was the last one I did, so but just before Christmas. I swear there's a good reason for that. So first of all, I have actually tried to post another video between now and then, and it was just before the Phil Collins concert, or actually I was going to post it just after the Phil Collins concert, but it was when I was getting ready for it. What's up?
Can we make this thing?
Remind me later, I'll have a look at it. Yeah, so I was trying to get ready for Phil Collins, and I was dyeing my hair, so I thought what a good time to sit down and talk to you guys, and you guys can watch me dye my hair. And anyway, so I did it all, got it all edited and posted it online, and then realized because I hate the sound of my own voice, probably doesn't sound like I do, but I hate the sound of my own voice, especially when it's filmed, so I don't like to rewatch things back if I don't have to. So I was like, oh sweet, yep, it's fine, whatever, chucked it online. Well, I went to watch it back for some reason, I can't even remember what reason, and realized that I'd only changed the music in the background on like a third of the film, like a third of the video. So for the rest of the video it was too loud, you couldn't even hear what I was talking about. So I deleted it and went to edit it and re-upload it, and for some reason certain parts of the clip have been deleted from my phone, which is what I'd used after it had taken me, like, I think it worked out 14 hours it took me to get it online. So it was gone, so I couldn't edit it. Anyway, so I just got rid of it, and then that's that. Now, the other thing was I was talking about my phone being destroyed. Terry brought me another phone that was supposed to be like excellent quality, and the only reason for selling was due to upgrade and all that hoo-ha. And I get it, and I had it like a week, if that, and it turns out the motherboard was screwed, and like the whole phone wouldn't even work. So the lady stopped replying to my messages when I asked for my money back and all that sort of crap, the same crap that comes with buying secondhand. So I had to buy a brand new phone, so I had to wait till I had money to buy a brand new phone, all that sort of poo. So that is why I haven't been uploading videos. And on top of that, now Eden has smashed the iPad, so that's what I'm using right now, is a smashed iPad to record until I can get the screen fixed. So that's really cool. That's why I've had no videos up. Havila, through Phil Collins, slept again. At first she was a little bit more fussy this time. I think that little bit of an age difference from Bon Jovi till Phil Collins made the difference. It was kind of annoying. I wouldn't take her to any more from this age onwards because I think it would just be too difficult, but she did end up sleeping on me, and the lady beside me said, don't worry about it, I'm pregnant too, and I'm actually getting really excited by seeing you here with a baby at the concert, rah. She had her earmuffs on, and she slept like the rest of the concert after probably like a song and a half, maybe a couple of songs, I can't remember, through till the train ride home. And then she just had a feed and went back to sleep anyway. So she was great, mostly great again. It was awesome. On the other video I've written a list here because there's so much to go through and I don't even know if this covers everything. But I was talking about work. I think I said I'd started a new job. I can't remember. If not, I'll go over it. So I started back Ubering when Havila was like 4.5 months or something, or 5 months or whatever. And then, let me try and think what I was doing. Yeah. Anyway, so I was having such a BS time with that. Like some days I'd go out and I'd make $20 for the day, and other days I'd go out for 200 and get 200. But that was so rare that I was just like, I can't be doing this. I don't want to be away from my family for $5 an hour or for not making any money. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to say that, you know, like I'm not just grateful to be making any money, but I'm also, it's costing me money because I had the car on the road and all that sort of thing, and had to pay for licenses and stuff. So my license came up for needing to be renewed, my taxi license, and I haven't renewed it. I'm not bothering, so I'm not Ubering now. In amongst that, I did get a job with a friend, just delivery driving for a takeaway. It doesn't pay that great, but at least I know I'm going to go out and I know what I'm going to make for the night. You know, it's not like with Ubering where I would have no idea what I was going out to make. So I know how long I'm going to work for, give or take like 15-20 minutes, and I know the bare minimum I'm going to make on that. So that's really handy for me. I also started doing a house clean with that same friend of a Monday. And that's really good. That's only a couple of hours and I know exactly what I'm going to make from the house clean every week. Hey, baby!
Oh.
You right, sweetie?
Yeah. There's Mommy. Oh, dear.
Don't touch that, it'll get hot. Thank you, honey.
Can I touch that?
No, it's hot. No, don't you touch it. So that's what I'm doing for work at the moment. I'm doing the delivery driving. Hello, Grace. That's my list. I'm doing the delivery driving. I am doing the house clean. And I just asked for my old job back at the pub restaurant. So I'll be back there too. So I'm working 3 sort of like casual part-time jobs or whatever. And then hopefully one of my friends has just changed her qualifications and wants to get a job in that new qualification. So her job might be open, which will work out good for me. If that all works well, because it's something I have experience in. But I'm not going to speak too much about it in case it doesn't go well. Or work out the way we're hoping. So that's what's happening with the work front at the moment. Everything's going good. I'm working mostly nights now, which kind of sucks for Terry and I, but it works out good because he can watch the kids and we don't have to rely on anyone else to do that except for the Monday clean because it's through the day, so my friend has them. And that's really good. So basically, like on my 1 or 2 nights off a week, we just have like a beer or a coffee or whatever and some cheese and crackers and go sit out near our garage, which has got the swings and stuff set up for the kids out there so they can play and we can just chillax and have a bit of what we call a date night, even though it's not anything too exciting. It's something to do and something to spend time together. Havlight is trying to touch my light. Little burn, probably. I'm guessing. Yeah, so that's the work front. I was also talking about I was trialing some essential oils that a lovely lady had sent to me. I hadn't found there to be that much difference, and I'm not using them now because I did read something about clary sage actually drying your milk supply, and I was like, I couldn't find anything. But then another lady sent me some stuff that showed that some people are affected by clary sage. So I'm not using it now. And on that note, oh my gosh, okay, so I was taking this stuff for my insulin resistance that a friend had made me, and I didn't realize that they had put fenugreek in that thing, which if anyone remembers me talking about, fenugreek dries my milk supply. So here I am thinking, oh, you know, the weight gains have just slowed down because she's hit 6 months now and she's not needing to gain as much as she is. And it kept getting lower and lower, and then it hit about 45 grams a week, and I was like, something's wrong here. And I went and spoke to the friend who said, yes, I've put fenugreek in it. And I was like, that's why. So anyway, so we got my milk, stopped taking that, got my milk supply back up, and then I started taking moringa tablets. And I'm going to do a separate video on this because I really want people to know about this, because I went looking for information yesterday and I couldn't find it anywhere. I ended up having to ask on mother's groups and stuff. Moringa did the exact same thing to me. It dried my milk up again. So I'm back on again trying to get my milk supply back up. So that's really not cool, especially the fact that there was no information online that I could find that would suggest that it would do that, because I wouldn't have tried it otherwise because of all the stuff I went through with the fenugreek and all that. So that was really irritating. So I'm not going to take anything now. I'm still taking domperidone, and I'll still have my lactation brownies occasionally. I haven't had them in a few weeks either, so I should probably do that. But one woman on my mother's group says she uses the brewer's yeast and gets the like syrup malt, like it's like a liquid malt. I know you want to touch that. You're like a moth, but it's bright and it will be hot. What about this one? And blitzes it up like a milkshake, and I've been doing that. And the malt actually does a really good job of covering up the taste of the brewer's yeast. So I've been doing that a little bit. I honestly couldn't tell you how or what the difference in that would be, but I'll keep trialing it and see how it goes. So that's all I'm going to do now. I'm not going to risk trialing other things. I've read goat shrew can have a negative effect if you've got insulin resistance and a whole bunch of other stuff. So I'm not even going there with that. Speaking of my insulin resistance, my weight has just fluctuated up and down constantly since I've been talking to you guys about trying to lose weight. I've had a real hard time trying to stay off the sweets because with insulin resistance, my body craves carbs and sweets for energy. So I'm really been struggling with that. But this last couple of days, I've just said no to junk, and I've dropped back down. So I'm 67.4 I was this morning, I think. And we've just started setting up the gym. So fingers crossed. And Terry really needs a hand with this too. He's at the point where he wants to have, can't even remember what it's called, but where they take like 80% of your stomach. Excuse me, I'm trying to talk. Read. And I don't want him to do that, so we're just going to have to work as a team and just will each other on and see if we can ditch this weight. But I'll talk to you guys more about that in a different video. As I said, I just really want to catch up with everything so that we're back on track-ish. We've been doing like a ton of tree clearing around the house. So Terry got 2 weeks off for Christmas, and as I said, we've been having not a hard time, but we're like just sort of like living week to week, I guess, at the moment. So we couldn't afford to get our trees lopped because they quoted me like $200 a tree, and our house was full of them. But I was so sick of looking at them too. Anyway, so we went into Aldi, and they had one out the back left, a chainsaw for $49, and we were like, if it cuts a couple trees, it saved us a bit. So anyway, so we bought it, and it has done I think we've got like 2 trees left in our entire yard, and that's it. And it's still going strong. We did buy a second chain just to alternate them as we had to get the blades sharpened. But it has done every tree. It has been so good. So me, Terry, and our friend's son have just done all the trees in the yard on our own. And Terry, with that ute, has taken them all to the dump, and it has been great. So we've saved so much money doing that. We'll still need to organise the tree stump grinding, but right now we're just happy that our yard looks like nice and open and stuff like that. It's made a huge difference. Also, I didn't know in the Christmas video, and not that it was the time for talking about it even if I had, but just after Christmas we realised that our cats look very similar. So we've got a mum and a daughter cat, and they look... Hey, you're so noisy. They look almost identical, and it was only after a couple of days after Christmas that I was like, awesome, that I thought, oh my gosh, we haven't seen the 2 cats together in I don't know how long. It had been a couple of days. So I did up posters and everything and all that sort of thing when I realised which cat was gone, and I kept an eye on it for another day or 2 to make sure I wasn't going crazy. And definitely our mummy cat wasn't coming home. So I've done everything I can, posters, posting on Facebook and groups, calling the RSPCA, calling the pounds, vets, all that. No, you can't touch it, baby. And no one could find our cat. And then one day in early January, I got a phone call, and it's actually really suspicious, and I don't want to go into it, but I just have to take it as the truth because I've got nothing else to go off, and we're at a complete standstill, and I don't know. It was just, I had a really suspicious call, but basically someone called me and told me that they watched my cat get hit by a car, and they took it to a vet a couple of suburbs over, and there was nothing they could do. My cat died. So, basically, that's that my mama cat's gone. I don't know anything else. What? That's all I've got to go off. So my mama cat's gone. What else? I did also say that we've been blessed with Terry's dad's ute. He'd given us his ute, and it was really great because Terry'd been asking for a ute, like he'd been praying for a ute, and then we were blessed with a ute. And then he started praying for a caravan, and no joke, his auntie said, hey, was basically saying she's got this caravan. Did anyone know of anyone who wanted one? Because she didn't think that she would be able to get anything for it and all that sort of jazz. And so she's giving us her caravan by the looks. I think we pick it up in like 2 weeks. So we have been blessed again. God is good. That was awesome. What else? Yeah. Okay. I'll tell you that last. Little update on Hav's babe. She's 7 months. Say hi. Say hi, Crankface. Not to mummy, to the camera. She's due for a nap, so she's feral. Anyway, so a little update on her. She's 7 months. She's still exclusively breastfed despite all our dramas. So that is really awesome. As for when I'm going to start her in solids, at this stage, I'm just seeing how she's cruising with milk. As long as she's gaining good weight and she's not looking hard up for a feed despite everything. Oh, Bubba. I just want to show off your rolls. I just want to show off your rolls and your double chin. Yes, it's beautiful. So I'm just playing it by ear at this moment. I weigh her every week to keep an eye on things and that. So, yeah, I don't have any set plans for when we're going to start solids, but I guess it will be soon. So she's crawling now. She's just sort of got like the proper hang of it in the last couple of days. Once she's turned 7 months, she was already moving, but she was more shuffling and whatever. So now she's actually can proper crawl. She also sits by her own, which she's been doing for quite some time, but now I don't have to think about her. I can walk away. The other thing she's doing is she's pulling herself up on things. So she's like climbing me, climbing the kids, climbing. We've got this like this big car track thing that does like spirals and the cars go down it really fast. She climbs that. Unfortunately, she does it when I'm not looking, and a couple of times I've put it away, but a couple of times before I realized what was happening, she was climbing up on it, and it would, because it's light, it would fall back with her, and she'd bump her head. But we got carpet, but still. So yeah, so she's doing that. But the other night, she climbed up to the couch, climbed on the couch, and then I put the supply line at the end of the couch, and she walked along the couch to get to the supply line.
Between the years when the oceans drank Atlantis and the rise of the sons of Ares, there was an age undreamed of.
Wow, Papa!
Shining kingdoms lay spread across
I couldn't believe it, because she's only, literally, she turned 7 months a couple of days ago. So that was awesome. Now the other thing is, this like crazy news, I can't even believe that I'm saying this right now, is Noah has broken his leg. It is a spiral fracture, but it's not all the way through, but it is like only just sort of. What? I know you're tired, sweetie. Only just sort of connected. We were at Chipmunks, which is a play center, and he'd taken his socks off, which I think is what the problem is. I'll explain why in a second. I think that's what's caused the issue. But anyway, so a friend of mine's son, who is a couple years older than him, helped him get up to the big slide. And they both came down, which is fine. Noah's been on that slide before, but with his dad or with like a friend who's 11, I think now. Never with someone quite as young as this friend. So they went up, and I didn't even know they were on it because I couldn't see him get into there from where I was sitting. And he's come down, and someone says to me, "Oh, you should have seen the look of fear on his face." And so we've gone, "Oh, scared." And then my friend raced over to get him and brought him over, and he was just sort of looked shocked. He didn't really say anything. He wasn't crying, nothing. And then he'd ask me to put him down, and I'd go to put him down, and his leg was shaky. And then he started pointing to his ankle and saying, "Ouch." And so I thought maybe he'd rolled his ankle, or, you know, at first I thought friction burn. I didn't think anything worse than friction burn. And then when he was shaky, when I'd go to put him down, and then he collapsed because he kept asking me to put him down, so I tried, and he collapsed. I knew something was worse, so I thought maybe a rolled ankle. Anyway, raced him out of there. Turned out it was the broken leg, the spiral fracture. So we found out what had happened was that they got up to the top, and the bigger friend was sitting and had Noah in his lap, and they've come down, and this is where I'm guessing the sock thing has come down. So instead of just sliding, I'm guessing the barefoot caused friction, went underneath both of their bodies, and they slid down both of their weights on top of his leg. And the look of fear was obviously him realizing something wasn't right, and as his leg was breaking, and I hate saying that, it makes me feel so sad just at the thought of that, but that's pretty much what's happened. So he is in a cast, has been for about 2 weeks. He's got another 4 weeks to go. Woo woo! Yeah, man. You're so cute.
Now twisting.
He's doing so good, you know, he doesn't even need like pain relief or anything. Darling, I know it's nearly nap time. He's only had pain relief when he needed it for the swelling. Doesn't complain about it except boredom, because he can't get around and play and all that sort of thing. He's missing out on swimming lessons, you know. But he's just taking it so well. Trying to keep him off it is the biggest problem. You would think it would be painful or anything, but I can't keep that kid still. We have to play more games on the floor together. I'm getting a lot less work done because I'm constantly running after him, trying to stop him from walking. And, oh, I'm old. I'm getting a cramp in my hip. Trying to stop him walking and keep him entertained is cutting into time where I would otherwise be cleaning and stuff like that, which is fine, but it just means I'm getting a lot less stuff done. And but he's just doing so well. I just can't believe, like, he's just being an angel about it. So that's been really good. I mean, really sad and really hard, but good too. And that's pretty much everything, I think. I think that's everything. That's everything that's, like, I just had to speak about. And this is probably going to be a pretty long video. Anyway, so I'll wrap it up, but thank you guys. I noticed I got a few more subscribers, so thank you guys, and welcome, I guess, to my channel. I know it's not much, but hopefully we will get to a point where I can be super entertaining for you guys, as the other mummy channels are for me, and I love watching them, so that will be cool. And talk to you guys ASAP. Bye.